Good morning, my lovelies. I hope you're all safe and well. It's Mitch here. I'm just coming on to do this Monday's guidance reading. Just want to say before we look at the cards, a huge thank you to everybody that came and supported me at the weekend. I was down in Burnham-on-Sea on Saturday at Collective Dreams, and I was doing a day of private readings at a new venue in a salon in North Somerset, on Sunday. So thank you very much if you came and showed up for either of those. It was a really beautiful time connecting with some of you lovelies, and sort of just seeing what messages were coming in from spirit, really, and obviously the power of the tarot. So let's have a look and see what's happening this week. So I feel very connected to work with the the Waite Tarot. This is one of my absolute favourite tarot decks at the moment, and it's by Michelle Waite, obviously, and it's just really cool. It's just a really lush deck. So let's have a little look and see. These are the cards. Let's give them a little cheeky knock. Let's give them a little cheeky shuffle. Let's see what's happening for this Monday and the coming week ahead. Channeling these cards for the highest of good. Let's see what we need to know about. Let's see where the energies are taking us. Oops. Oh no, because one will literally just pop itself at me. Boom. Like that. Interesting. Okay, so we're going into the energy of the Empress. Now, the Empress is the mother figure of the tarot. So often when this card shows, there could be some sort of connection around children, kids. You could be birthing something. So, or the idea of seeds being sort of planted. So it does come in quite a lot when there's the practical idea of like kids and children. So maybe if you're on a journey with that, maybe there's just been some heightened awareness. Maybe you are someone that at the moment that is maybe trying for a child, or has maybe just fallen pregnant, or is about to give birth. So practically the Empress can sometimes show up in that way of responsibilities of being a mum. So if that's you, this is just a bit of a confirmation card, a bit of a validation of what you do, of what you're bringing to the table. But more for the collective energy, the Empress is wanting to really hold space. She's wanting to heal, she's wanting to nurture. So maybe some of us are needing to do that at the moment as well. Maybe some of us are being sort of put this week into a bit of a stage of rest and pause and just kind of recharge, to nurture, to heal, to just be okay with our own internal spirit before we move forward, before we kind of, connect to new energies and new responsibilities. Being the mother figure of the tarot, she sometimes can show and represent a mother's love from spirit. So if you've got kind of people, mums or nans that were like mother figures for you, that are now in the world of spirit. Maybe this week we've got some birthdays or anniversaries, or maybe there have been some recent passings to the spirit world in terms of those kind of characters, and maybe this card is just wanting to sort of recognize those. And I always sort of get quite drawn to the star crown, so it's maybe our loved ones transitioning to spirit and becoming part of the universe and becoming a beautiful star in the sky. Maybe we've got some of that going on. But maybe you've also just got some new ideas, things that you're birthing, things that you're creating. Maybe you've laid the foundations a while ago and things are now slowly starting to grow. Things are slowly starting to sort of mature. So if you think of obviously like, the beautiful gift of pregnancy, it's not a quick fix. There is healing, there is nurturing, there's a lot of like love and support that has to take place before we get the finished article of new life. And I feel like maybe some of us are just going through a cycle of that at the moment. So you could be kind of at the beginning stages of creating a project, a new idea, and it's not necessarily in its final stages or final phase, but maybe something is just maturing and growing and becoming. Some of you guys this week have gone a little bit kind of crazy and mental in a good way with the recent news that I've secured Warminster Theatre as part of my tour for later this year, which is happening on Friday the 2nd of October. So it's sort of the second part of my tour. And some of you guys are really sort of excited and buzzing to want to get tickets for that. So thank you so much if you're planning to support that show. And that is an example for me in my world. You know, I've had to do lots and lots of other bits and pieces over the years to get to a place and a stage where I can be recognized as being good enough to kind of go in and sort of serve and do theatres, and confidence of self to feel ready to sort of do those. But you know, Warminster Theatre is near my hometown, so obviously it's quite a big thing actually for me. So I feel very excited about that, you know, and I know it will be a great night with Spirit. So yeah, I think this is a case this week of going easy, going gentle on yourself. If you need to have some rest and recharge and healing or nurturing or just some self-care, maybe making a point of not rushing and not being as available as you would usually be, maybe getting to just have a little bit of a coffee morning with friends or people or just yourself, you know, it's just doing the little things that you need to do to feel loved, to feel safe, to feel secure. I think that's kind of in a more practical, everyday to day way. And then, like I say, for some of you that are on the fertility journey, maybe we have that energy going on. Also the mother's love energy, whether you yourself are a mum. And also sometimes as well, this can relate to our fur babies. So maybe some of you guys, because I've had this card show up quite a lot when people are wanting to be like a fur parent. They're, you know, like a new dog that you're rescuing or a cat or an animal. So maybe there's some of that coming in for you this week. There could be some new additions to the family. And if that's happening, again, enjoy that, celebrate that for what it is. So it could be lots of things, but I think it's just a little bit of a lighter week this week, hopefully. So yeah, I hope you can make a bit of sense of that. I'm going to leave that particular card with you. What do I need to let you know about? I've pretty much now caught up with all of the Witches Will Read, so thank you very much if you were in a queue waiting for those. If you haven't received your reading, do check your junk folder because it's likely in there if you haven't come across it already. I think I've maybe got like one or two last ones to do, but then I'm back on track with that. So thank you very much. What else do I need to let you know about? I'm going to be doing mainly Zooms this week. This coming Sunday, I'm in Martok. It's completely sold out, so I'm back at Katrina's hair salon. So thank you very much if you've secured your space to come and see me there. Very exciting. Yeah, just lots of really, really cool stuff happening. Obviously, the tour is like fast getting ready to kick off. It starts in Yeovil, which is already sold out. So thank you very much if you've secured spaces to see me there. For those that are planning to come to Dorking to see me, for that one, which is happening on, because I can never remember, Dorking is happening on, when is it? Have I written it even down in my diary? Oh, I don't know if I've got it written down. Oh, yes, I have. Saturday the 28th of March, we're down to the last 20 tickets only. So if you're still thinking you want to come to Dorking and support that, that's at the Green Room Theatre, do pop over to the website, get those tickets booked, because I think it might sell out soon. We've also got Scenes coming up. That's going to be great. We've also got Foxy's Dead in Froome. There's lots of great ones coming, but check out the tour dates section. I'm also in talks with the venue for Bath, which will be later on in the year. Just needing to finalise a few things there, and then hopefully Bath will be going live as well. So all exciting stuff. But if you can support the tour in any way, shape or form, please buy a ticket, please get involved, because yeah, it's going to be good this year. I mean, it's always good, but this year I just feel it's going to be a little bit extra special. So I'm going to leave it with you. Look after yourselves. Keep sort of vibing high. Remember the power and the beauty of the Empress this week. And yeah, I'll catch up with some of you lovelies very soon. Take care. Much love. Bye for now.